What's going on, YouTube? Sean here with my friend Cody. We just got out of the Fathom events for Batman Returns. That's right. It's the second film in Warner Brothers' quadrilogy of classic Batman movies. It stars Michael Keaton once again as Batman, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and Christopher Walken as Max Schreck. Bruce, shame on you. Okay, so Batman Returns. This is your first time seeing the movie, right? Like, you've seen bits and pieces before, but it's like your first official time. What did you think of Batman Returns? I'm very curious to see how you take a Batman movie like this.
I mean, I thought it was definitely like entertaining. It was kind of, there's definitely like a lot of like what the fuck moments, like because it got some pretty like goofy shit, but it is also like. It's like fitting for this like goofiness that fits with like Batman though. Like
yeah, there's some real fucked up stuff. I was so happy, like, oh, he has it. It's so great to see a Batman movie, like one of these older ones, with somebody who hasn't, because I want to know like your first time reaction seeing this. Because when I saw Batman Returns, I was younger, I fucking loved it. It was dark. It was all sorts of fucked up. The Penguin's plan to just murder and drown children. I'm like, what kind of this is a Batman movie? And then like from like the weird sexual innuendos of like the Penguin, the goo that's coming out of Penguin's mouth, Catwoman's severe like breakdowns into like disturbing like crazy shit. Yeah, she's like... Michelle Pfeiffer, she's so amazing as Catwoman in this. Like she like so much stuff. Job. She's so fucking good. The only thing that she's really missing is kind of the jewel thief persona, but she fits this version of Catwoman so well. She is by far the best Catwoman I've ever seen. I think the only one that rivals her, I feel, is like the Arkham games. I feel like that's pitch perfect Catwoman to me. But like in terms of like movies, she is by far the best. Like absolutely incredible performance from her. Danny DeVito as the Penguin's my favorite take on the Penguin. He absolutely really knocks it out of the park. Christopher Walken is hilarious as Max Schreck. This is like the only movie I can think of that balances like multiple villains like really well. Because a lot of movies like Spider-Man 3, they kind of fall apart. Even though Spider-Man 3 is a guilty pleasure for me, it falls apart in terms of the villains. It's just the three villains. It's just too much going on. But this movie somehow managed to balance it kind of well. Although the only thing that kind of gets lost in the shuffle a bit is Batman, who's kind of like a supporting character in his own like movie. But I kind of like Batman being in the shadows a bit, just kind of coming out. There's some funny stuff with Batman too. Some funny lines from him, like where Catwoman was like, "Did somebody say fish? I haven't been fed all day." He's like, "Eat floor, high fiber." Some really gross stuff with Penguin. Some really the part where he bites the guy's nose. Just some of the shit that Penguin would say. I think my favorite line in the movie though is where Catwoman's like up there like on his bed and he walks into the room. He's like, just the pussy I've been looking for. Oh man. So what other thoughts do you have on the movie? Like, is there any crazy stuff that just really caught you off guard in terms of this Batman movie? Because
I mean, like, pretty much like the whole movie.
the whole movie, Batman's torching. He sets a cloud on fire, straps a bomb to it.
He started a bomb to it, dude, and just let him blow up. Like, he didn't even give a fuck.
Batman does not give a fuck in this movie. And, like, he's just going to sleep like, oh, you're kind of crazy with this. Oh, then there's funny shit, too. Where he's fighting Catwoman for the first time, and then he hits her, and she's like, how could you? I'm a woman. And then he apologizes like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she backhands him like that. Shit like that I love. I love really dark humor in some of these movies, especially stuff like that. Some things that don't make sense. The easily manipulated Gothamites, I think.
Yeah, they're just like...
It reminds me of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, too. You know how they're just like, I'm a kid who used to love Spider-Man. They're so easily fooled. It's really funny. What else can I say? Boy, it's really starting to come down out here. This is but yeah, like there's some really funny stuff there. Like all of a sudden they all have like tomatoes and stuff. That
like where the fuck did they get these tomatoes and like cabbages from? Like
they're huge Oswald Cobblepot supporters. They just want to just chuck shit at people. So like, Gotham City, the sets still look great. I think I prefer Gotham's look in the first movie a bit more than this one. This one's definitely a Tim Burton movie, because the first movie you don't get the vibes that it's fully a Tim Burton movie. This one you definitely is like, okay, this is really Tim Burton-y. Weird circus stuff, really strange gothic architectures. His fascination more with the weird like outcasts. Some really funny stuff. Like Tim Burton used to have this real funny sense of humor with a lot of his movies back in the day. He's kind of lost like that classic Tim Burton-y touch that he had back then that he doesn't really have now. Just some of the real like the suburbanite. Well, he doesn't have that. What am I trying to say? Some of the stuff, like for instance, with the Ice Princess, like they'll make her like really stupid and ditzy, and then just something dark and morbid will happen to her. Stuff like that. I really kind of miss that sense of humor that you don't necessarily see in a lot of movies today.
Yeah.
Like I said, this one gets really grotesque and gets really weird. Penguin's plan about drowning children doesn't make sense. Max Shreck's plan about like he wants to build a power plant to
siphon
energy and suck power away. Catwoman's origin is just, it's very
that's
fucked up.
That's kind of weird. It's just like gets revived by cats because they like lick her or something.
Like, it doesn't really make much sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
But she plays it off well. Like, okay, I understand. She's just completely out of her fucking mind, and it fits the movie. It fits the movie. She is completely crazy, off the wall, cuckoo. Like I'd buy like that this lady would be like this, and you can buy Keaton's Batman kind of just being like this kind of outcast. And I really like the connection that her and Batman formed throughout the movie, because Vicky Vale is just kind of just shafted in this movie. In fact, they shaft Alfred too in that really funny line. It's just like, there's security involved, sir. Security who let Vicky Vale into the Batcave. I'm just standing there like, oh hey Vic, come on in. That got a laugh out of the small crowd that was there. I don't think a lot of people really know these movies are playing. Per se, but you know,
I mean, I didn't know until you told me about it.
Yeah, I know. There's not much advertising. I'm like, I got to see all the Batman movies in theaters. So next one is gonna be Batman Forever. But it is cool to see like the last Tim Burton Batman movie. I really do wish that we would have gotten Batman 3 with them, because he wanted to do like Robin and Two-Face. I think was his next plan, was like Billy D. Williams. But unfortunately, we never got to see it. His Batman. Instead, we got Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one either.
Oh my god!
All I know about it is Jim Carrey as a Riddler.
Jim Carrey's the Riddler. So. Okay, that one is so over the top, fucking crazy, and I love the shit out of that one.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. And you've seen Batman and Robin though, I think.
I mean, I haven't seen that one either. All I know about that one is the bat nipples and the bat credit card.
The bat nipples come in the play in the next movie. Yeah, Batman's more of an outcast loner in this one. He doesn't really talk too much. Another thing too is I wondered is like at Bruce Wayne's house, he's just sitting there alone in his mansion. If he had a guest there and somebody turned on the bat signal, is it just gonna just like shine the light right in there? It's like, Bruce, what is the deal with this? He's just sitting there minding his own business. It's a cool shot, but like I'm like, is there? If he had a guest over, what would that be like too? So. Yeah, there's some decent action sequences in here. It's nothing like amazing or anything like that, because they haven't really perfected that yet. This is still like early comic book type movies, but like in terms of like at the time, these are by far the best ones you could find. Like nothing really like rivaled these movies for a long time. Even Batman Forever was that was a very good crowd pleasing movie that has a lot of fun to it. But this one definitely scared the shit out of kids back then. Parents complained too much about the grotesque violence in it all. Like, what, you weren't around for the first movie where Joker like gasses people and all their smiles and stuff? Like, this one's definitely like, it's definitely gotten more popular as years have gone on. Like, I know people just universally love Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito in these movies because they're fantastic, and Christopher Walken, of course, is great as well. Some really funny lines. Bruce, shame on you. And you got his son too. He's just like, there go, save yourself. He's like doing a Christopher Walken impersonation. Like, his son just cracks me up. I saw that portrait that they have in the background. I wonder if that's a prop somewhere. Can I own that prop of just the two of them? I'm trying to think what else to say. Is there anything else you want to add to?
Not really anything I can think of.
Nothing else? It's just it's a very bizarre Batman movie. I don't think it's as good as the first one. Do you like this one or the other one a bit more?
I would say the first one was probably better, like, just in terms of, like, a movie. But, I mean, it was still, like, just fun and just wacky and...
Good old fun, wacky Batman stuff. But, well, if you're up for really wacky stuff, then the next one is going to get... oh, man. You're ready. I'm ready to experience Joel Schumacher. No, the one I can't wait to see most of all is to say went in the theaters and watched Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. 2 tickets for Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin, please. Well, Batman Forever is where it's like, it's kind of like, has like 50-50. Like, there's some good dark elements in that, and then it goes like over the top campy. Like, Jim Carrey is like hamming it up to level 10. Tommy Lee Jones, there's no scenery left unchewed thanks to him, because it's just so over the top, ludicrous crazy when he comes into play. But Jim Carrey is great in that one too. But this one, let's keep focusing on this one. Yeah, Danny DeVito's great. Michelle Pfeiffer's great. Michael Keaton's still a really good Batman, really in the shadows, elusive. Yeah. There's some cool stuff, funny stuff with the Batmobile where Penguin takes over. And then the easily manipulated Gotham crowd. Penguin's just kind of grotesque. Pee Wee Herman's in it too at the beginning. There's just a lot you can say about it. I might have to do a movie commentary on it one day, because I do really appreciate. I grew up with the 4 Batman movies. You know, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. What I appreciate about these movies too is they're standalone. It's not like you necessarily have to watch the last movie to get what's going on here. Like, you can kind of just follow, like, okay, I know who Batman is, and then that. There's like little continuity elements carried over, like a little bit of stuff with Vicky Vale, but not much else other than that. Like, there's no mention of the Joker. There's no Knox or Alexander Knox or anything like that.
Yeah.
Even Commissioner Gordon's kind of just like sidelined. The police in that are sidelined too.
Much, yeah.
So there's that to factor into. And like one other thing I guess to point out that I thought was kind of neat was when we were at the party and everybody else is wearing a mask, but like they're the only ones who aren't, because those are their actual like masks of their true personas. Like Bruce Wayne is the mask to Batman, and like, you know, Selena Kyle is the mask to Catwoman. And it is disappointing that we never got, because after this there was supposed to be a Catwoman movie. Not the shitty one with Halle Berry, but there was supposed to, although that movie technically exists in the same continuity as these, because there's a picture of Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman in it, which is really scary. Because, yeah, it was supposed to be like, Catwoman was supposed to appear in the 3rd Batman movie, but they were going to make a spin-off movie centered on Michelle Pfeiffer because she was so fucking amazing in these films, but, like, that just went to script development hell. It is unfortunate. I really wish we would have gotten more of Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, because she is so good in the role. Yeah. Maybe one day if we get a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton, which would be awesome.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope to see, but until then, this is what we're stuck with. I like Batman Returns. I don't like it as much as the first one, but I still think it's a damn fine movie. It's definitely like out there, really cuckoo crazy. But if you're up for some really dark, fucked up shit that scared the shit, there was supposed to be a McDonald's Happy Meal toy line for this, and it just, I can only imagine parents taking their kids to see this stuff. That's what I love too, is like when parents go like, oh, it's gonna be a family friendly picture, that turns out to be a dark, fucked up movie. It's the biggest practical joke of all. So I mean, I grew up watching these at a young age. I think parents, you know, they shelter their kids, they coddle them way too much with movies. I'm like, I grew up watching R-rated movies from age 5, and I turned out okay. So, but yeah, that's Batman Returns. We both really enjoyed it. I'm really glad you got to experience it for the first time.
Yeah, in theater.
In theaters too.
That was cool.
So, yeah. All right, that's all I got to say. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Y'all know the drill. And go check out Batman Returns, and they're all on DVD, VHS, Blu-ray, Laserdisc, whatever format you want, I'm sure. But if you get the chance to, this Sunday, I believe, and then I think it's Tuesday, they're going to be playing Fathom events of Batman Forever and Batman and Robin at some point. So go ahead and check your local theater. Let me know your thoughts down below. Give them a shot, because this is like probably the only time they're going to be playing these movies in theaters for I don't know how long. I really wish they would play the Nolan ones too, so I could see those, but
that'd be cool.
Unfortunately, no. But, you know, at least I got to see these ones. So, all right, that's all I got to say. Take care now. Bye-bye, then. I'll see you next time.
See ya.